What's going on, guys? Trev back again. I'm going to bring you another video. This video is going to be going over the announcement and the pictures we have from New York Toy Fair as tweeted by mtvgeek.com. Alright, so the first one we got here is a picture of the actual booth with the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle Classic figures. If you guys remember, those figures came out last year in 2012, and actually in a lot of places you can still find them. I know that my local Toys R Us here in town has some of them still, a few sets, and they really hit big. I remember seeing them at all kinds of different stores, pretty much everywhere you want to look. Every Toys R Us would have lots of them that I've seen. Even Walmart I've seen them at. I've seen them at I mean, just about any store that carries toys, you pretty much find these guys, which is pretty cool to see, because I was kind of worried about distribution with them, thinking that they might not be able to get that many of them out. Also, some comic shops had them too, which is where I picked them up from, a local comic shop when they first came out. And they're pretty damn good price too. Depending on where you live and where you go to get them, you can probably get them for around $15 to $20, depending on which store you buy them at. So Series 1 I think did pretty damn well, and it looks like it has, since they're going to be releasing Series 2, or Wave 2. The two characters we know of at this point from Wave 2 are going to be Bebop and Rocksteady, which I think is a great idea, because we've never had a good version of Bebop and Rocksteady in this scale. Of course, there's always the Playmates Classics, which are cool. I'm not knocking them. They're still cool to this day, but they're pretty retro and outdated at this point compared to what we're used to getting with, 6-inch articulated figures like Marvel Legends, let's say, or DC Universe Classics. So it'll be really nice to get a Bebop and Rocksteady that will fit in nicely with those types of lines. I have seen on eBay, a lot of people have done customs of these over the years and posted some of them for sale on eBay. And I remember seeing some of them go for as much as, like the ones that were done well, custom versions, for as much as $60, $70, $80 for some really, really good customs of them. These two right here, I mean, they look awesome. They look very, very awesome. They also fit perfectly with the other ones in terms of color scheme and paint, and the style of them just matches perfectly with the others. So to be able to get figures like this, which we've never had before in this scale, to be about $15 or $20, I am absolutely stoked. I think it's amazing. Now, the first wave was the 4 Turtles. This wave so far, we got Bebop and Rocksteady. So we don't know exactly, how that's going to go. Are they going to release just the 2 of them? Or are they going to have 2 more that they have not shown yet? I guess time will tell. We'll have to wait and see. Here's hoping for a Shredder and maybe a Splinter or April O'Neil. Any of those would be awesome to go along with these. But maybe they want to test the waters first and see how these sell before they go on to making other characters. If I had to pick one, I think next I would want to see a Shredder to go with them. A Bebop and Rocksteady without a Krang and Shredder just doesn't make sense. Doesn't work. So please, Playmates, if you're going to release these, please go the full mile and release at least Shredder and Splinter, Krang, April. Damn, this list is getting long pretty quick. So there's lots of opportunities, you can see just from some of the ideas I've had already. There's lots of characters they could do, and definitely this line is start off in a good direction. Okay, so enough me blathering on about how much I love the figure line and the opportunities they have in the future to do even more characters. I mean, there's so many they could do. Casey Jones as well. Forgot about Casey. There's just so many. There's just Build-A-Figure Krang. How awesome would that? It'd be awesome. Build-A-Figure Krang. That'd be great. I'd be stoked to see that. There's just so many cool ideas and combinations you could go with for the show. And I mean, there's more than that. There's so many, man. Leatherhead. The list goes on and on. So anyway, hopefully they're going to release another 2 with these. If they don't, that's cool still. Maybe they want to see how these do. Because in the past, what NECA did with the Turtles, if you guys remember, they released the Turtles, and then they released, I think it was like a Mouser pack, which was not distributed very widely. Not many places got it. It was only like a convention thing, I think. And there was an April, but that was not in the yellow costume. It was in her blue comic book outfit. So I don't think it did very well. hopefully Playmates goes forward with this and we get to see some more of these, because I think these are stellar. Now, let's get into the pictures. I'll do an analysis of them. Right off the bat, this shows pretty good size comparison between them and the turtles. Okay, now that is a problem. That is a problem. Now, here's what I want to say. As I said before, originally, the turtles are not in 6-inch scale. Now, they'll say yes, they are, and people say, yeah, it's not 6-inch scale. That's not 6-inch scale. Let me explain, okay? The turtles are 6 inches. That's not 6-inch scale. That's probably 8 to 9-inch scale. Here's why, is because the turtles are shorter than regular people, than regular human beings. Your average male's height in that scale is supposed to be 6 inches. Therefore, if a man is, let's say, 7 feet tall, he'd be around, let's say, I don't know, 7 or 8 inches, okay? If the turtles are 5 feet tall, which is really small, that's midget level, right? Which they are. They're like 5 foot something, like 5'3", 5'4", something like that. They should not be 6 inches. They should be smaller. So, whatever, you know, that was a mistake. They should have thought about that a little bit more thoroughly, because they don't exactly fit in scale perfectly with other 6-inch lines. The turtles are too big, which is not cool, because NECA got that right. NECA nailed that. Okay, that being said, the Bebop and Rocksteady, I think, are pretty good for height. Had the turtles been the proper height, they should be about 5 inches, which would make this perfect. They're not, but Bebop and Rocksteady are at least a good portion bigger. Keep in mind in this picture that the turtles are standing on bases and Bebop and Rocksteady are not. So, give or take, you know, half an inch there or maybe a quarter of an inch. I think they're pretty good because they are quite a bit bigger than the turtles. So it does work pretty well. And they'd also fit in scale, I think, with your Marvel Legends or other figure lines like that. I think it would match pretty good. So that's cool. So the height is good. Now let's switch over and let's take a look at each one of them individually so we can look at the details in greater detail. Okay, so first we have Bebop. Now this isn't the best angle, but it's the best picture I could find. Hopefully later on they'll be releasing some more. Okay, so overall I think the figure looks awesome. I think it looks really, really awesome. And before you could see he does come with his trademark, what is it, gun type thing? I forget exactly. Yeah, it's some kind of laser gun rifle type thing. Whatever. You guys know what I'm talking about. And obviously he's going to be able to hold that. You can see the hands. They're sculpted for that. Probably, I think it looks like the left hand would probably hold it. I don't know about the right. His right, not your right from where you're looking at. The bulk on him is really good. I especially like the shoulder joints and how big the shoulders are, because those really look like they're, you know, they belong to Bebop. You know, they're bigger. They kind of fill the figure out. The chest is big, which looks good. The shoulder pads are separately placed on, so it probably won't hinder the articulation as much as you'd think it would. He'd probably still be able to get in quite a few poses. And I really like the face sculpt. I think it's great, especially the under chin area, the ring, the purple is perfect, the color scheme is perfect, the black strap is perfect, the gauntlets with these spikes. It's just pure 80s, man. It's perfect. The Converse shoes, I'm pretty sure those are Converse or knockoff Converse for the show. I mean, they couldn't actually, but you know what I'm saying. The pants with the tears and the rips around it, and double jointed knees, as you can see. I don't know what kind of articulation they would have around the feet area, but if the other figures are any telling, this thing should be awesome in terms of articulation, detail, look. It looks great, man. Can I say perfect? I think he looks perfect. I mean, we'll know more when we get closer to the release and we have more pictures and stuff, but based on this, he looks awesome. Just very awesome. Okay, so now we'll move on to Rocksteady. Now, with Rocksteady versus with Bebop, I don't know, there's something a little bit off, I think, with the look of him. Should I say that? I mean, I don't know. I mean, I think he looks more fit than he did in the cartoon series. Like you know, he's got like a six-pack. When I look at pictures, just to bring up a few quick pictures, he kind of had a belly in the TV show. Yeah, he did. He wasn't like that fit. So that's a little bit off. His lower torso, I think, is too, you know, bodybuilder-ish. It's too. He's got a six-pack, and I think that's a misrepresentation because I don't remember him having a straight six pack. I thought he had a gut on him. So so pretty sure. But whatever. I mean, whatever. You know, you want your figure to look cool, so that makes sense, right? I especially like the pants a lot. The pants look really, really cool. The hands as well. So he comes with his weapon too, as you can see in the other picture. His weapon is also like some kind of crazy, you know, rifle thing, plasma rifle thing, you know, cartoon rifle. The grenade looks cool. The green is perfect. The head sculpt I think is very good, but again, we can't see it in perfect detail. We can't really see his eyes from the picture, at least not from this one. So, but overall, I mean, overall, it does look really good aside from the whole him not having a gut thing. So aside from that, yeah, another awesome figure. Very cool addition to the line, definitely. Okay, so just to wrap things up with a minor nitpick, we can see he's got his hat there. We can see his bigger plasma rifle and then Bebop's sort of twister, you know, ended cartoon rifle. So it looks good, and I mean, the two of them go together like peanut butter and jelly. They're just awesome. I'll say that I think the Bebop is basically perfect. The Rocksteady I don't exactly see as completely perfect, but I mean, definitely very, very cool figures. And like I said earlier, hopefully eventually we'll get to see a Shredder. Would love to see the Shredder with the purple cape and the whole bit. You know, a Krang, Build-A-Figure Krang would be just stellar. So hopefully these guys sell pretty good. They release them, you know, quite a few of them, and people pick them up. I'm definitely going to be. Anyway, let me know what you guys think about the Bebop and Rocksteady. I think they're sick. Later, guys. Peace.